We are constantly rotating the sun every day. It takes about 365.25 days for the Earth to rotate the sun. However, Earth is not the only planet orbiting our sun. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all rotate the sun. All the planets that rotate our sun, including Earth, is called the solar system. We will shortly explain some information about these planets, including their diameter, masses, and how far they usually are from the sun. We modeled the solar system with Plato, and our scale was 69,584 kilometers per centimeter. We chose this scale because if the scale were to be larger, then the planets would be very difficult to represent because they would be too small. And if the scale were to be smaller, the distance the planets were apart from the sun would be so large. This is why our scale seemed to be just right. The sun. The sun is a huge ball of gas, and it's mostly hydrogen. However, there is also a bit of helium, carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen. The sun is a medium-sized star. All of the planets in our solar system surround and orbit the sun. The sun is around 578,000 degrees, and the sun is named after the Roman name Sol. The sun is 1.392 million kilometers in diameter, and you could line up 109 Earths along the sun. The name Venus comes from the Roman god of love and beauty. Venus is around 12,104 kilometers in diameter and 67 million miles from the sun. Venus also has an axial tilt of 2.7 degrees. All of these give Venus a temperature of 462 Celsius degrees and a day that is 18 hours long, as well as a year that consists of 16 days on Earth. Venus's atmosphere consists of mostly carbon dioxide, while nitrogen can also be found in Venus's atmosphere, as well as small clouds of sulfuric acid. Venus has no moon surrounding it. The planet has a metal core, much like Earth, and following the core is a layer of molten lava and an outer crust of solid rock. This results in Venus having a mass of 4.867 e24 kg. This is also 0.84 hundredths of Earth's mass. Earth, our planet. Earth literally means the substance of land surface in English. Earth is usually 149 million kilometers away from the sun, and it has a diameter of 12,000 kilometers. We also call this distance the AU, or 1 astronomical unit. Our Earth's atmosphere is composed of 71% nitrogen, 38% oxygen, and 1% of other material. Our land is mostly composed of H2O, which is water, while 30% is rocks, and they are mostly silicate minerals. We have one moon, and our year is 365.25 days, composed of 24 hours. Earth's axial tilt from the sun is 23.5 degrees, and our mean temperature is 16 degrees Celsius, and we live in the minority part of our world. Mars, the red planet. The planet is named after the Roman god of war. With a diameter of 6,779 kilometers, Mars is about one-fourth of Earth's size. It has a mass of 6.4185 times 1,023 kg, and its mean distance from the Sun is about 227,900,000 kilometers from the Sun. The atmospheric composition is mostly 95% carbon dioxide, and its land, on the other hand, has a crust of basalt and iron oxide, which gives it the reddish color. Mars has 2 moons, and 1 day on Mars is 1 Earth day and 40 minutes. 1 year on Mars takes 687 days on Earth. Mars has an axial tilt of 25 degrees, and the mean temperature on its surface is negative 55 Celsius.
Should I record my feet too? Because I have it in my... Fine, alright.
Because of its ginormous size, Jupiter is named after the god of thunder, also known as Zeus. Jupiter's diameter is 139,000 kilometers. It also has a weight of 1.898 E27 kilograms, that is 317.8 times heavier than Earth. Jupiter's axial tilt is at 3.13 degrees. The fact that Jupiter is 778 million miles away from the Sun gives it an average temperature of 234 Fahrenheit. Jupiter has a day that lasts 9 hours and 56 minutes. A year on Jupiter is equivalent to 12 Earth years. Jupiter is mainly composed by 90% hydrogen and 10% helium. The solid part of Jupiter is solid rock. This gas giant has 67 moons. Saturn is the name that the Romans gave to their agriculture's god. With a diameter of 116,000 kilometers and a mass of 568.3 E24 kilograms, Saturn is the third largest planet after Jupiter and the Sun, from which it is at a distance of 1.4 billion of kilometers, 9 times more than the distance from the Earth to the Sun. It is composed by rock and iron. The atmosphere around it is composed by 96% of hydrogen and 4% of helium. Saturn has the biggest number of moons, being preceded only by Jupiter in the solar system. A day in Saturn has an average of duration of 10 hours 14 minutes, and a year lasts 29 Earth years. Saturn is well known because of its 9 rings, composed mainly by ice, rocks, and dust. The temperature in its surface is about minus 168 degrees. Because of its particular composition, mainly made of ice material, Uranus is called an ice giant. It has the coldest atmosphere of the solar system, composed mainly by hydrogen, helium, and methane. It has a diameter of 50,000 kilometers and a mass of 86.81 e24 kilograms. The meaning of its name is sky, and it comes from the name that the Greeks gave to their god. Uranus is the seventh planet of the solar system at a distance of about 2.9 billion of kilometers from the Sun. A day on Uranus takes 17 hours and 14 minutes, and 1 year takes 84 Earth days. The temperature on the surface of Uranus is minus 153 degrees. Uranus has 27 moons. Neptune is the second farthest planet from the Sun in the solar system after Pluto. With a distance of 4.5 billion kilometers, Neptune has a diameter of 49,000 kilometers and a mass 17 times more than the Earth. Uranus and Neptune have very similar compositions, and they are the two only planets on the solar system called ice giants. This planet is called Neptune after the Roman god of the sea. It has 14 moons. The length of a day on Neptune is approximately 16 hours and 6 minutes, and the length of a year is 165 Earth years. Its atmosphere is mostly composed by hydrogen, helium, and methane gas. This planet has an axial tilt of 28.32 degrees, and the average of temperature in its surface is almost minus 210 degrees Celsius. Pluto, the smallest planet in our solar system. Pluto is named after the Roman god of the underworld. With a diameter of 2,368 kilometers, Pluto has a mass of 1.30900 times 10 of the power of 22 kilograms. Pluto is usually 5.9 billion miles from the Sun, and the atmospheric composition is made of mostly nitrogen, carbon monoxide, and methane. On the other hand, the land is composed of 70% of rock and 30% of water. Pluto has 5 moons, all named after horrible underworld monsters. 1 day on Pluto takes 153 hours, and 1 year takes 247.7 years on Earth. The axial tilt is 123 degrees, and the atmospheric mean temperature is 129 degrees.